The night was unnaturally silent. A lone house stood at the edge of the woods, its windows dark, its walls whispering secrets of the past. The wind howled through the broken shutters, sending chills down the spine of anyone who dared to approach. Inside, dust covered every surface, untouched for years. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and the wooden floor creaked under the weight of an unseen presence. David stepped inside, his breath shallow. The door shut behind him with a quiet thud. He scanned the room. Old furniture draped in white sheets, cobwebs hanging from the ceiling. Something felt wrong. David stood frozen at the bottom of the stairs. His flashlight flickered weakly in his trembling hand. He had heard it again, faint footsteps, shuffling above, slow, deliberate, the attic. He swallowed hard and took the first step. Creak. The wood groaned beneath him. His heartbeat pounded in his ears as he climbed higher. Each step, slower than the last. The door to the attic stood ajar, a yawning black void waiting for him. Suddenly, a whisper, faint, unintelligible, coming from the attic. David gripped the flashlight tighter and pushed forward. The door hinges screeched as he nudged it open wider. Cold air rushed past him, carrying with it the scent of damp wood and something metallic. He stepped inside. The air was suddenly colder, pressing against his skin like unseen fingers. His flashlight beam swept across the floor. Footprints, not his. His breath shallowed. The prints led to the farthest corner of the attic, where the old wooden walls met the ceiling. But then, his blood turned to ice. The last footprints went up the wall. David's breathing quickened. The silence in the attic felt suffocating. Then, a scratching noise. Slow, deliberate, coming from above him, a low creak. His flashlight trembled as he tilted it upwards. There, clinging to the ceiling like a twisted marionette, was a figure, its limbs contorted, its hollow eyes fixated on him. A grin stretched across its pale face. Unnatural, wide, impossible. It moved. Its body twisted unnaturally as it began to descend, slowly, inching closer to him. Its bony fingers scraped against the wooden beams, the sound like nails on a chalkboard. David couldn't scream. His body refused to obey. The figure's neck craned, its head tilting, further than should be possible. Then, it whispered, a voice like dead leaves scraping against stone. "You finally found me." The flashlight flickered. The last thing David saw was the creature's grin widening as it lunged. Darkness swallowed him whole. The house stood silent once again. Days later, a search party arrived. They found David's car outside, but no sign of him inside. Only his flashlight, lying on the attic floor, still flickering. And on the walls, new footprints leading up to the ceiling, fade to black.